Say y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like the Jaxn just played in everybody's face and now she about to make a quick coin. Is y'all ready to joust this right quick? Let's joust.
Come on, Blazer.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo back with a quick little joke. And girl, I had to come up here and talk to y'all about the Jaxn, right? Now, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen the interview. It's a 2-part interview on, I think it's Dear Future Wifey podcast or whatever, a Christian-based podcast, obviously. And she did an interview detailing all of the horrors and the bad things that she went through with her husband. But see, I was able to kind of sift through it and realize that maybe the Jaxn was the one, you know what I'm saying, that kind of inflicted this pain on herself, because the Jaxn sure incurred a lot of things willingly, knowingly, and still stuck beside her. I mean, some of the things that this girl named in this video that she went through, as far as like knowing other women's body better than she knew herself, watching his videos of him with the other women. There's no way that he didn't know you was able to see those videos, not for a long period of time. And then furthermore, so, you know, there's this thing where some women just inflict, or some people, I ain't gonna say women, some people inflict pain upon themselves because they're addicted to it. You may not know it and you may not realize it. Some people have a subconscious like cry, or not cry, but some people have a subconscious attraction to pain. And sometimes it's self-inflicted, because if you really detail what she was saying in her marriage, she basically said that they were never really together. They were more off than on. Every time the guy asked her about commitment, she was like, wait a minute, define commitment. She's passing these girls in the hallway talking about, you know, it's day shift and all of this stuff. These are things that the Jaxn, I believe, know about and was going through, but the other girls didn't. I mean, even when Tasha K broke the story, the girls didn't know that he was married. Now, I did know that one or two of them, maybe, I'm not sure, don't quote me, allegedly was sleeping in the bed or was at the house and had pictures in the bed. But for the most part, Derek Jaxn had been Derek Jaxn in this whole marriage. I mean, he never stopped cheating because he came in on the pretenses of cheating. That's what he came in doing. And I believe she was just so in awe of this man that she just felt like, I'm going to take that. I'm going to eat that because he fine. Because she gushes over him and it's just like, girl, he didn't even acknowledge you in public. Like, what are you saying? But nevertheless, she went through horrific times, horrific things. She even spoke to, and this was what got me the most. She spoke to something that was really, really like, it stuck out to me. She basically talked about how her daughter had the skin tone of the women that he cheated with. So she basically like resented her daughter and felt like she had the baby, but they were basically their women's children. That is a level of delusion and lack of mental health that is asinine. And you know what's crazy, what I thought about when she said that? She was like, oh, you know, when she said that about her daughter, I believe that a lot of black women, especially in, I want to say who had children in the 80s and even before, but even still today, I believe a lot of black women resent some of their daughters like that, which is why they treat their daughters that way. But that's a whole doggone video for a whole nother time. Danae Jaxn was and still is broken. And that's just the bottom line. And I know she went to therapy. I know she consulted the pastors and all of that. And I'm going to leave that for y'all religious folk because, you know, everything comes out of the Bible, I guess, whatever. I'm going to leave that to y'all. But neither here nor there. For the level of things that Danae Jaxn experienced in her marriage and in her relationship with Derek, as far as like hiding in the closet so that he could find her, and, you know, despising her daughter and watching women have sex with her husband and passing them in the hall. That level of mental health or lack thereof needs much longer than the amount of therapy she's had, period. And it's because she has this fixation on this man. And she sees him as a god. Now, I know religious people say, don't put no other god before me, but she literally worships this man. And she's going to need a lot of mental training to get her mind off of him. Because remember, he left her. She didn't leave him. He left her. He texted her and said, I wanted a divorce. She was ready to still work it out. And I'm not trying to scold her for it, but it goes into where I'm going to now with this doggone course that this girl has. This girl got a course on there talking about she want at least $400-500 a month or two payments of what, $3,500. Girl, let's get into this thing because this was a lot. So Danae Jaxn is now, she has a Danae Jaxn Ministries, and she has pastoral care, coaching, and development. My personal ministry philosophy. Girl, you didn't even doggone get over your own relationship yet. How you offering classes to other people, number one? And then number two, pastoral. You a pastor? Do y'all remember her saying that she just got into Christianity as an adult? Now, I'm not saying there's a time limit, but goddamn, at least you got to have some sort of experience, right? I didn't think you could jump off the porch and be a pastor. Number two. And then number three, girl, you are manipulating your audience because a lot of them are God-fearing women who's went through the ringer with these niggas, you know what I'm saying? And they looking for a way to pull through. So you're going to use this platform like many of the pastors do and basically solicit and take advantage of the people. So my girl got it set out in packages. You hear me? And this is the cheaper package. For two payments of $495 a month, you'll have access to digital curriculum for an additional 90 days for a total of 9 months. The Infidelity Recovery Bootcamp Coaching Accelerator full digital program plus mastermind. And it's called Healed. Well Person Recovery. I guess that's what that means. Girl, Infidelity Recovery Bootcamp. Are you kidding me? I mean, how is you going to have an infidelity recovery boot camp when you ain't recovered from your infidelity? Girl, stop it. Stop it. And you know what's bad? For the majority of people, they really not really buying it, but they got people who about to spend their hard-earned money to get through this and get through whatever, bad time they going through in their life with whatever spouse or they have or had. And she's going to profit like crazy. $495 for two payments. Girl, do you not know we in inflation? And you right here charging people $500 for infidelity recovery boot camp? Girl, it gets worse. So in the boot camp, you got course number 1 and it's coaching come with it. And you get that for two payments of $3,499 a month. The nail. Girl, just because them people put makeup on you and put you in front of a stage and a microphone and let you tell us how crazy you was behind that nickel does not mean that you deserve $4,000 a month or $3,500 a month. Two payments, that's $7,000. Two payments. Y'all got to make this make sense. And it's crazy because people gonna go for it. Now she got this other one, profit from your pain, for $4,997 a month. Girl, you can't make this up. And what's bad, just like church people, especially because the church is full of black women. Typically what you do is you spend your last on church because you're looking for a return on that investment, i.e. heaven, you know what I mean? Or being blessed, the tenfold, as the pastor say, as you put your money and your coins in there while they go spend it on Gucci and Louis. And in this type of environment, you typically support the people in that environment, i.e. the church, i.e. Danae Jaxn getting up there telling us how batshit crazy she was. And now she wants to sell us doggone courses for $3,000 and $4,000. You know what I'm saying? So in this photo is some of the things that you're going to get for coming to her ministry program, girl. A copy of her book that we don't care about because you done just told all the tea. And also she said your investment includes the Infidelity Recovery Bootcamp, Coaching, Accelerating Digital, and a host of other BS that don't equal up to $3,000-4,000. It just don't. But it's bad because people are going to be taken advantage of. And I'm wondering, girl, is you in on a scam with your husband? Because we ain't heard from him and he haven't been doing like he was doing as far as numbers. Now, I know y'all might have forgot this part, but she did say, during the marriage, sometimes they had financial issues. Y'all slid right past that. What he was doing with his money, girl, let me find out y'all together. You doing in-depth Bible studies? Girl, let me give y'all a clue. This is a PSA announcement. If you or anyone you know is interested in having in-depth one-on-one personal Bible studies, go to your nearest Kingdom Hall. They do them for the free. You ain't got to pay for $5,000 to get it from Danae. They do it for the free. And to be completely honest, they know the Bible way better than she do. Now, I don't agree with the Jehovah's Witness. I done grew up in it. I know all about it. But they know that Bible. And I guarantee you'll get a better experience in the Bible with them for the free. You feel me? Then you would paying $4,000-5,000 to Danae Jaxn. Girl, if she don't puff out that afro evenly and get on here and act like she got some sense, Like, I don't understand how this is okay. And people is just like, oh, support her. Support her. We not supporting the goddamn thing. We not supporting. And for for $4.95, you get instructions on the first step to healing after infidelity. The let's be real, bust the windows out your car. I don't know. I guess this is all on audio, video. I don't know. Who hurt you? Uncovering, and the power of forgiveness. Girl, if Derek Jaxn called that girl back right now, she'll go back to him, and y'all gonna be done paid all y'all money, and she gonna be back with her husband. Y'all could be foolish if y'all want. This girl is running the same scam the pastor run at the pulpit. Anyway, I goes on site because they posted about it, and it says Danae Jaxn says she's fasted and prayed, and the Spirit of the Lord directed her to charge those outlandish prices. Because the girls was going in like, girl, are you crazy? And I understand why they would go in. Number one, I'm not interested, so I wouldn't even have to say nothing to her. Because, girl, I'm not interested. If it wasn't my job to report on it, girl, you wouldn't even hear nothing from me, because you would never get that money from me. I don't want to pay a whole $50 for a tarot reading, let alone to tell me how to unheal myself, and she's still unhealed. But, girl, I'm just saying, that's just me. But she gets under these comments because this girl said, come on now, Danae Jaxn. You got to consider your audience. Don't let greed get your spirit. There are millions of women who need your help, and you don't have to charge this price. Basically, cut it out. Baby, Danae Jaxn said, I said what I said. My price is my price. What's up? She said she got professionals working with her. Her price is her price. And I'm sitting here going, girl, take you and them prices up the street. And listen, this one girl commented under there, and I don't know if you could see it, but I can't see it. It's really small from where I'm at. But this one girl commented about her basically not being a professional, not having a degree, and not having the qualifications to charge what she's charging to first even offer this type of advice, which, as we know on YouTube and all this in the blog lands, that typically happens. You got everybody jumping out the window being relationship gurus and advice columnists and all of this stuff. We get that. I ain't even hating on that. But to charge somebody the amount of money that you charging is just greedy. It's just simply greedy. And I'm with a girl who was like, no, ma'am, you're not even a licensed professional to even be doing these things. How could you? How dare you? You know what I'm saying? But Danae said her price is her price. She says she working with some professionals, some pastors. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they're professionals, because they be cheating their asshole, but that's not there nor there. You know what I'm saying? But she working with some pastors and all these people, and y'all gonna have to respect her gangster, because yeah, she's here and she's paying. She prayed and she fasted on it for 40 days and 40 nights, or was it 52 days? But she prayed and fasted and fasted and all of this stuff, and her price is her price. Nah, it is what it is. But I'm with the shade room. Look at this doggone comment under here. It says, like husband, like wife. Sis is barely healed herself, yet trying to get some vulnerable women out of their hard-earned bucks. Listen, I learned about social media and I learned about real life. Social media and real life are two completely different things. However, sometimes social media can cross over into real life, causing real life to be fucked up, and vice versa. What do I mean by that, Voodoo? Okay, let me give you an example. Her real life was trash. She was sitting at home in that huge mansion, as she said, by herself. She said the maids was there more than her husband. Trash, trash, trash. What does she do? She goes on social media in a calculated way on this doggone podcast and spill this whole story, painting her. Remind you, they dressed her all up, got her all, together, got her little cornrows, because her hair be all over her head. Put a little red lip on them and said, girl, get up here and tell your story. We're going to paint you as the victim. And if you looking on the surface, you will really be like, oh man, that's cool. You know how Derek did her. But then it was just like, my mom always said, a leopard don't change his spots and a tiger don't change his stripes. Girl, you got what you deserve because you asked for it and you wanted it and you willingly partook in it. Now, I will give her this. She did straight up be like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I was a willing participant. Okay, fine. But did y'all forget that she also was still having sex with him, knowing he's having sex with multiple different women while she was pregnant? Mind you, she had already had 3 abortions. Do y'all hear me? And this is the woman y'all telling me gonna give y'all healing for $3,000-$4,000? Y'all gotta start making stuff like this make sense. I'm sorry, because I just don't like the way it sit on my spirit. God didn't tell you to charge these people this type of money during no inflation. Girl, we can't even afford gas. We trying to find a carton of eggs for under $3-4, and you want to tell me that God told you to charge women in the streets $3,000-$4,000 to hear you tell us about your pain and how you never overcame it? Because she never overcame it. She ain't healed. I don't give a damn how much she can sit up there and laugh about it and smile about it. She might be a sociopath, if you ask me. It would not surprise me if Danae Jackson is a sociopath. Because did y'all forget she just cursed y'all ass? Y'all must have forgot. Let me remind y'all. Hold on. Watch this.
Every person speaking against the names Danae Jaxn and Derek Jaxn in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly until your days become few on the earth. The word of God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You've been warned. And if you want to know where that is at in the Bible, go to Psalm 109. Go to Psalm 35, go to Psalm 140, go to Psalm 141, and keep our names out of your mouth in the name of Jesus. Have a blessed day.
Did you get it? Did you get your curse? Because if you didn't get it before, I want you to get it now. Girl, first of all, there's so many things wrong with this video. Number one, you're quoting the book of Psalms. Now, remember, I used to be a Jehovah's Witness growing up with my mom, so I know everything about the Bible. And the book of Psalms is literally a book of songs. There are two books, Psalms 1 and Psalms 2. They are books of songs. Songs, you know, songs. You know what I mean? So she's quoting from these scriptures of songs, and she's using that to attack the women who had her back and was saying, girl, your man ain't worth a dime. Leave him. Now, she would rather curse us. You feel me? Or curse the women whose bodies she was studying, mind you. This her words, not mine. She would rather curse them and curse us than to turn around and slap the shit out of Derek big ass. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying all this to say this woman can curse y'all and curse us, because I was on the receiving end. I remember I got cursed. I was like, well, damn, bitch, I ain't even doing nothing. I ain't even mess with Derek. I felt like he was a fraud from the first time I saw him, so I ain't even follow the fool. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, she cursed us because we are coming between her and the man that she worships and she idolizes. But now you want us to believe, and I'm talking about Danae. Now Danae wants us to believe that she is healed. You have idolized this man for over 9 years. You have had 3 of his kids knowing that he was sleeping with other women because you watching the videos, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't protected all the time. And you want us to believe that you have been healed. You must think we crazy, because you got to be a bag of bonds at this point. Then she said, let it choke you slowly until you can't breathe, or some of the hell she said. Girl, that's the girl y'all about to go back and pay $3,000-$4,000 for some advice from. That girl is basically, she conning everybody. I said what I said. And it's funny, Derek Jaxn went ghost. He probably ain't doing good on his side of the house, so he probably told her, look, Danae, we can get this coin. You know what I'm saying? You want me? You want to be with me? You got to go out here and do this and do these dates. How Ike used to tell Anime, we got San Antone. We got too many dates between here and November. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that could be possibly what's going on, because none of this is making sense. The sense ain't making sense. You hear me? I don't know. That's just my belief. I don't believe that girl done got healed. I just don't. I don't believe she's healed. I feel like as someone who takes therapy and who has a degree in psychology, I'm not a psychologist, please, but I know a little something. You know what I'm saying? As someone who takes therapy, who's been in therapy, and who knows the other side of it due to like school or whatever from learning it in college, 3, 4, 6 months, 8 months, a year ain't even enough for Danae to come out and tell us she's holy and healed. Now, I do know the Christian folk. You know, they put everything in the pastor. You know what I'm saying? They say it's God, but it's really the pastor. You know what I'm saying? They put everything in him. They go to him for everything. God be the glory. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You know what I'm saying? Give a little tithes. Go stand up in front of the congregation with your hand up in the air saying praise him when he's speaking the word that ain't got nothing to do with the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I get that part, but that ain't enough for people to pay $3,000-$4,000. Now listen, it looked like you belong to a nice sized church, girl. Go ahead on and kind them folk, cause they're already getting kind. Kind them. Don't kind the regular people, girl. We trying to buy a dozen of eggs, girl. What is you doing, Danielle? Danielle, I'm gonna need you to get up here and explain why this is like this. And I don't want to hear about you praying and fasting. I don't want to hear that I wasn't there to prove it or to say it was so or it wasn't. We need answers, Danielle. Drop them damn prices before I drop you, girl. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about Danielle charging $5,000 for her advice on how not to be healed. Because I'll be damned if she gonna teach y'all how to be healed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on TikTok, and I'll see you hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.